Hello lovelies, if learning to sew a ruffled waisted trouser is your game, then this video is for you. Stay tuned. So here is the pattern we created in the previous video. If you want to learn how to cut out the pattern for the 3 pairs of trousers we're going to make from this pattern, then go to the previous video I posted. So in this video, we're going to fold up the front, the zipper allowance, because this is a ruffled waisted elastic banded trouser. So we're not going to make use of a zipper. So what I'm going to do now is pick up a pocket pattern and create the shape. In the previous video, I advised that you should not cut it out like I did, so that you can either do this or fold it in for a pocket, or do this for a hidden pocket. So here are the measurements I used for the cutting of this pattern, the front and the back pattern of trousers, and this is for a size 14. So I cut out the pattern, and in my case I did not create that shape because the fabric was not enough and I wanted to have that ruffled look, more ruffled look. So the fabric is not enough, so it's just the quantity of the fabric that made me not to cut out that shape, but it gives it a beautiful look. So I always mark, for a fabric that has back and front view looking alike, I always indicate the back so that I don't make the mistake of sewing backs and front. It's very annoying when you discover that you've mixed up everything. So now this is cutting out the back pattern of the trouser. So you remember that I wrote an extra 5 inches because the paper was not enough. So if your paper is not enough, or anything you want to do, indicate it, because after a while you might forget and then cut out something that you didn't plan for. So I cut out the 5 inches, marked out the 5 inches to cut out, like so. So I'll cut out the print, and I'm not making use of the darts because we are going to make use of elastic band. So now this is the weaved patterns, the weaved fabrics that was already cut out. I weaved out all the edges, including the pocket. An invisible pocket for an outfit. So where I don't want the pocket to show, this is how to do it. So I'll press down the edges, the 0.5 inches that we're going to use to sew out. That's half an inch to sew. So the first thing I do is sew around the pockets. I always sew my pockets and keep them on the side, then sew my trousers, place the pocket on the trousers. So I attach the pocket to the trousers. So the parts, the 0.5 inches has half inches allowance that is left to be sewn on the trouser folded. I ensure that I did not get to that point. So I left out that point so that I can easily attach to the trouser, like so. So here is the back part of the trouser. So I'll sew by the allowance we left. I left half an inch to sew round the back part of the trouser, the crotch area of the trouser, and same thing with the front part of the trouser, the crotch area of the front part as well. Now we've sewn all the parts, the back and the front parts, by the crotch areas. So I'm going to attach both front and back together, like so. So in this case, you don't forget to sew. You might make the mistake of sewing the pocket and sealing it up. So what you're meant to do is sew the edge half an inch at the top, and then place your pocket on it, the pocket print, place it on it, and then mark where you'd want the pocket to be fixed, like so. And sew below that point, below the marked area, all the way down, like so. So everything I do on one side, I'll do on the other, so there's no need having to show you all the other parts. So for want of time, and not to keep showing repetitively what you already know. So now I'm attaching the bottom part. So I attach the bottom part of both the back and the front when you're done sewing the sides. Now in attaching the pockets, you remember our 1/2 inch that we left aside. Now we're going to place it, especially on the openings, place it the wrong side up and then the right side facing each other. So the pockets, the right side has the insides of the pocket, the right side will face the other right side of the pocket, and then we'll sew along to seal up that open space we left. So we'll do this on this side and then on the other side as well. Then we lock it in. We lock up the areas that are left. Now after attaching it, you see that small space. Okay, we now lock it up. We just sew around this area, the bottom part, as well as the top part. Like so. Lock it up. As you can see, our pocket is here. So if you iron it out, it looks very seamless and beautiful. So don't forget to subscribe, to like, thumbs up, and if there's any feedback you'd want to give, you're always welcome to give it. I'm eager to learn. So now, after sewing up, we'll measure around the waist to see the waistband to attach. So here it is. So for the front part, I got 22 inches, and the back part, I got 23.5. And so after that, I added the two of them, which was 45.5 inches. Then for the waistband, you can see the width is 5 inches, and then the length of it. So the length of it is, I added 1 inch to the 45.5 inches, which is 46.5 inches, so that I can be able to join it at both ends by 1/2 inch. So first I pressed it down, so it's just easy for me. So I pressed it down, then joined the two edges together to form a round circle. Then folded it back because it was ironed, so I don't need. So I now, the part that is not opened, like my previous video about the skirt I sewed with ruffled waisted skirt, I sewed the edge by 1/2 inch, the side that is not open, so that the waistband can snuggle in and fit in perfectly. So I just sewed around, like as you can see, sewed around. Then the waistband, I measured 12 inches on fold and cut it out, then sewed it. I love the way this waist elastic band was so soft and very stretchy. It felt good. Then locked it in. After sewing the edge of the waistband by 1/2 inch, I locked it in by sewing so it doesn't poke out. It just lays flat. Then put it in like butter in bread and sewed 1/2 inch by the side of it, so it's locked in. So as you sew, you adjust it like this. So you keep adjusting it. You'd see that okay, the fabric is a lot more than the elastic band, so there's a reason for it. So you just drag it up till it gathers like this. So we do that all around till we reach the end. You'd see how beautiful it comes out. Can you see how beautiful it is? So ruffled and cute. Then we take the ruffled waistband and attach it to the trouser we've already sewn. So right side facing right side and wrong side up. And you can see for the waistband there's no wrong side, so you can choose the part you love the most to face to be inside, while the one you love the most to be outside to show, while the one you'd want to be inside, you place it. So I attached it to the trouser like this, 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch on the knit all the way around, since it's a perfect measurement. That's why it's good that after attaching the trouser, you take the measurement of the waist. Sometimes you make the mistake of probably assuming or taking the measurement before you sew. So here it is. So the belt is 2 inches by the width, and then the length by both sides, you can see it. I measured it, and then the length of it goes all the way to 44 inches. So the belt back and front. Some people would iron it and try to lock it in before sewing, but I've discovered that there are some fabrics that no matter how you press it down, it doesn't snuggle in beautifully. So I sewed half of half. How will I say, 1/4 inches. So it's, you know, the print that is present on the sewing machine. That is what you use. They'll give you the 1/2 inch, they give you the 1 inch, and they also give you the 1/4 inch. So I did that, and then you can use a broom, you can use just something small that can fit into the hole and push it out. And make sure that you sew the edge, lock the edge, sew the edge that is locked, and then that will help you to pass a broomstick or something to bring it out. So here I locked up the elastic band so that it doesn't turn over. If you don't do this, I selected 4 parts of the trouser: the front, the sides of the pocket, and then the back part, and then sewed on top of it, sewed on top of the elastic band fabric. And make sure that the thread, the color is exactly the color of the trouser, so it's hidden, you can't even see it. As you can see from the video I posted earlier, where it didn't show, where the sewing won't show. So it's to lock in the elastic band so it doesn't flip over inside and just stays perfectly. If you don't do this, you'd keep adjusting and trying to flip over the elastic band inside the waistband. Then I sewed the belt. Now you see, sewing the belt, first I sewed the belt. You can see I sewed the belt, the wrong side, the part that is not locked. I sewed it on it, then turned it to the part, faced it to the part I wanted to face. Like now I'm facing it to the front, I'll sew it on top. And now we're done with our belts, like this. Isn't this beautiful? The belt on it is just so cute. And since this is one of my favorite colors, it just fits perfectly. And then we're done with the trouser. So I locked up the bottom part of it. So since it's already waved, all I need to do is just fold it once. So folded it by 1/2 inch, and this is it. I sewed all around the rims of the trouser, the hem of the trouser, both legs, and voila, our trouser has been created. So thank you very much for watching, for supporting. If you'd like to see more videos from me, please subscribe and like, and then I'll be posting new videos as we go. So I normally post 2 videos in a week, and if I can, I'll try to post all the videos of the trousers before the week runs out. So thank you and have a splendid and wonderful day. Bye!